Hi children, let us do the second poem, The Grumble Family by Lucy Maud Montgomery. I am Srilada R. Pillai, teacher of Pongollalar Matriculation Higher Secondary School. Let us discuss about the poet. Lucy Maud Montgomery was born on November 30, 1874 and passed away on 24th April 1942. She published as L.M. Montgomery. She was a Canadian author, best known for a series of novels beginning in 1908. She has penned novels like Anne of Green Gables series, Emily Trilogy, Part of the Silver Bush, The Story Girl, stand-alone novels and short story collections. Now let us have a look at the poetic lines. There is a family nobody likes to meet. They live, it is said, on Complaining Street, in the city of never are satisfied, the river of discontent beside. Let us have a paraphrase of the poet's stanza. The poet says that in the city of never are satisfied, situated beside the river of discontent, there lived a family on Complaining Street. Nobody liked to meet the family. Here we can see in the stanza, A, B, B is given there. This is the rhyme scheme of the stanza. And you can see meet, street. These are the rhyming words. Satisfied, beside. These are another pair of rhyming words. Second stanza. They growl at that and they growl at this. Whatever comes, there is something amiss. And whether their station be high or humble, they are all known by the name of Grumble. Paraphrase. The people growled at everything. All people, irrespective of their social status or profession, they could be identified by the name of Grumble. Next stanza. The weather is always too hot or cold. Summer or winter alike they scold. Nothing goes right with the folks you meet down on that gloomy Complaining Street. The people on the Complaining Street scold at seasons, fogs, everything that they came across. Here again you can see the rhyming scheme A, B, B. Next stanza. They growl at the rain and they growl at the sun. In fact, their growling is never done. And if everything pleased him, there isn't a doubt they would growl that they had nothing to grumble about. Here again you can see sun, done, rhyming words, doubt, about, another pair of the rhyming words, and the rhyming scheme is A, B, B. Here the paraphrase is, they growled at the rain, at the sun, and the only sound to be heard on the Complaining Street is nothing but growling noise. Next stanza. But the curious thing is that not one of the same can be brought to acknowledge his family name, for never a grumbler will own that he is connected with it at all, you see. Here again you see the rhyming words, same name. Next pair, he and she. Rhyming scheme is A, B, B. The poet finds it strange that no one in the Grumble family acknowledged their family name nor revealed their connection with the family. Next stanza. The worst thing is that if anyone stays among them too long, he will learn their ways, and before he dreams of the terrible jumble, he is adopted into the family of Grumble. Again, stays, ways, rhyming words, jumble, grumble, again rhyming words, and the rhyming scheme is A, B, B. The poet wants the reader that the people who stay with the Grumble family may acquire the habit of complaining. And so, it were wisest to keep our feet from wandering into Complaining Street and never to growl whatever we do, lest we be mistaken for grumblers too. The poet advises the reader to keep away from Complaining Street and never to growl as the members of the Grumbling Street. Let us learn to walk with a smile and a song, no matter if things do sometimes go wrong, and then be our station high or humble. We will never belong to the family of Grumble. This is the message that Montgomery conveys through the poem. The poet advises to keep a cheer even if life has some drawbacks. The poet opines that once the reader possesses happiness of mind and cheerful disposition, one would never belong to the Grumble family. And here again you can see the rhyme scheme is AABB. Figures of speech used in the poem. 1. Personification. 2. Alliteration. Anaphora. Transferred epithet. Oxymoron. Rhyme scheme. And rhyming words. Personification. What is personification? It is an inanimate object and abstract ideas are portrayed as living things. Here, the river is river of discontent. That is, the quality actually belongs to human being, discontentment. The river has such a quality. So the river is personified here. Alliteration. The occurrence of the same letter or word at the beginning of the adjacent or closely connected words. Example, high, humble, H is repeated, and you can see a large number of alliterating words in the poem that you can find out from the poem. Anaphora. The repetition of a word or a phrase at the beginning of successive clauses. Here, they growl at that and they growl at this. This is repeated in several times. Transferred epithet. It is a figure of speech in which an epithet is an adjective, grammatically qualifies a noun other than the person or thing. It is other than the person or thing it is actually meant to describe. Example, gloomy, complaining street, where the phrase indicates the people living in the street. It is not referring to the street, it is referring to the people living in the street. Oxymoron. A phrase that uses two contradictory or opposing terms, a figure of speech in which apparently contradictory terms appear in conjunction. Here, hot, cold, connected with a conjunction or, high or humble. Rhyme scheme. The ordered pattern of rhymes at the end of the lines of the poem or verse. Here it is A, B, B. The rhyme scheme is marked in the poem itself, and rhyming words. While discussing, I told you what are the rhyming words here in the lines. Let us have a glance over the glossary, the new words. Discontent, dissatisfaction with one's circumstances. Growl, make a low guttural sound in the throat. Grumble, a complaint about something in a bad-tempered way. Gloomy, to appear depressing or frightening. Queerest, the strangest or the most unusual. Folks, people, amiss, not quite right. Here we will discuss some important questions. Where does the family live? Why is the street named as Complaining Street? What is the opinion about the folks you meet down the street? What does the word growl mean here? What is the figure of speech used in the line given below, the river of discontent beside? I hope you can answer all these questions. And here is a paragraph question to be discussed as well, because we have comprehension questions and paragraph questions from the poem. One question. The attitude of Grumble family towards other folks elucidate. And what message does the poet convey through the poem, The Grumble Family? Here we have to discuss the summary of the last paragraph. You have to conclude, you have to justify what is the message that Montgomery conveys.